So yeah, hey guys, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Tech and Time Lapse. Well, today we're pretty much gonna be diving back into the series which is started last week. That's the MSSS Series, which is the mid-range sedan review. So we'll pretty much be looking at different sedans as we mentioned before. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the car today. And today, right in front of me, I've got the Subaru Impreza 2019, which is the hatchback version, and this car is actually sexy. Mind my French. I'm not a fan of hatchbacks by default. I would never primarily drive an hatchback, but if you compare the hatchback of the Subaru Impreza to the sedan, you'll just discover the hatchback is just so much more beautiful, and it's just a nicer car to look at. And actually, I don't know about the drive because I never tried the sedan, but this car is just amazing. So without further ado, let's just get into the business of today. So for 2019, we have primarily 4 different trims, and that is the 2.0i, we have the Sports Edition, we have the limited edition, which is the top of the line, and the premium edition. So that is the 2.0i, premium, sports, and limited. And all of these variants come with a CVT transmission or the manual if you want to go for that. And they all come in either the sedan or the hatchback version. So pretty much you have a lot of options, or technically alternate trims, but these are the 4 basic ones. And if you want to add the other 2 options, then you can get up to 16 different trims out of a single vehicle, which is just insane, because you can either have the manual or the CVT transmission, the hatchback, or the sedan version across board. Now, the biggest winning point or the selling point for the Impreza from way back, which has pretty much been the key point to all Imprezas, is the fact that they come standard with a sophisticated AWD system. That's all-wheel drive. That is, all Imprezas you're gonna get comes with an all-wheel drive. Let's start from the look on the outside. And what I like about this year, or generally the Subaru Impreza for 2019, is the fact that all of them look alike on the front. So you've got the same kind of like spoiler and like grille setup on the front, which looks actually really nice, and all of them spot that. The only one that actually looks different on the front side, which looks different because of 2 basic options. One is it has fog lights, which is the limited edition, and the second difference is the limited edition has LED lights. All the other trims comes with halogen standard, and the limited edition also comes with curve assist, which is the headlights or the fog lights actually bend across curves, so as to pretty much help with lights, and so you don't run into dares or whatnot coming out of your blind side. Now on the side, I actually love those accents they did, so it just looks really nice. And on the rear part of it, the hatchback has this box shape, which I actually kind of like. I don't really like the rear lights that much, or the tail lights, but it still works along with the shape and just comes out well, or it comes out nice, and that's pretty much what you need in your vehicle at the end of the day. On the part of the tires, so the 2.0i comes with a 16-inch steel wheel. If you go to the premium edition, then you can upgrade to 16-inch alloy wheels, and if you go upwards towards the sports, you get a massive 18-inch alloy wheel on that. So that's actually one of the big perks of going with the sports. And for the limited edition, which is the top of the line, pretty much you get a 17-inch alloy wheel with that, so that also brings part of the look out and just looks really amazing and nice on that one. So moving forward into the inside of the vehicle, the 2.0i, which is the basic version which I have right here, comes with a 6.5-inch infotainment display system. Now, what I actually love about this, which is a love-hate relationship pretty much, is the fact that it comes standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Having that on this vehicle pretty much makes me pretty much love it, because I can connect my Android phone to my vehicle without having a problem or an hassle. Now, the 8 relationship, or the 8 part of it, is the fact that the 6.5-inch display system is just so small. It's 2019, guys. You should upgrade. Like, please, 6.5-inch is just too small for the base version, or pretty much any of the versions. A 7.0 or an 8.0 would still be a little bit acceptable. Moving away from that, all of them come with the higher infotainment display system, so you also get the extra display console on top, giving you some extra information. And on the premium version and the sport version, you could actually upgrade the sport version to get an 8-inch, while on the limited edition, you could also get the same exact upgrades, with the only difference of having navigation coming with the package instead of just an 8-inch display. Now, on all trims, the sound system is actually very varying. The basic edition comes with a standard 4-speaker system. The premium edition comes with a 6-speaker setup, which is an upgrade over the basic one, which I actually would prefer personally right out of the box. While on the sports trim, you get the 8-speaker setup, which is the Harman Kardon Premium Edition, which is really nice. That would actually sound amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't get to test that. And on definitely the limited edition, which is the top of the line, you get the same exact setup. Now, going on to the engine, pretty much all the trims available come with the same exact engine setup in them. That is a 4-cylinder 2.0 liter engine, that's the H4, with a 152 horsepower. And the transmission is pretty much, for the manuals, you have a 5-speed manual transmission, and for the automatic, you have a 7-speed continuous variable transmission, which really works and is actually amazing for gas efficiency. Now, the manual is actually really bad on gas because it's a 5-speed transmission. As a result, it's not that efficient, but if you still want to go for the manual, just for the fun of riding a manual, it's actually a great drive. Now, for the fuel efficiency, as I mentioned, you get between 25 and 26 miles per gallon average, and for the automatic version you get about 32 miles per gallon average. Now, in reality, this is a little bit exaggerated because on my personal test, the automatic, which is the one I tried, only managed to get about 29 to about 30 miles per gallon, depending on how well I drive and how efficient my driving was. So it's not actually that accurate, and for some people they actually go a lot less than that, about 28. So it just varies based on your driving style and your pattern, but it's not as close as what they estimated. Probably thanks to also being an all-wheel drive. Pretty much, all wheels pretty much consume more gas than a regular front-wheel drive. So you'll be wondering, if all the trims pretty much have the same exact engine and transmission, what makes the Sports different from the regular, the limited and whatnot? So the Sports has the Sports package in quotes, which has the tuned suspension, the tuned steering. Everything is pretty much tuned to be sports-like and more responsive. Now, on the interior side of it, all of them are pretty much just there for me personally. The basic edition, which is the base lineup, that's a 2.0, is the most basic. It's all cloth interior or upholstery. It's not that fancy, it's not that catchy, it's just there, but it works. The chair is pretty much the regular old school manual movement. So going up to the limited, definitely it's the top of the line, so it comes with the leather upholstery all set up in it, but that's about that. I didn't get tested out, so I can't really say too much about it. I only saw a few videos and saw a few on the car lot, so that's about that. Moving forward, now let's talk about safety. So the Subaru Imprezas have the eyesight safety package, which is what they call it. However, it doesn't come basic added on to all the trims. You actually have to purchase that separately, and for each of the trims, what comes added with it varies from the previous trim, so I'll run you through that right now. But before I say that, the sad part or the downside of it is it doesn't come with it, which for some other vehicles or some other manufacturers, they actually added their safety package by default to most of their trims, or to probably all their trims. For the Subarus, it doesn't come with any of the trim standard. You actually have to purchase this as an extra to the vehicle. So let's start from the lowest one, which is the base. So for the base, the 2.0i, you get forward and reverse braking assist, which is actually really great. I actually love that they have the reverse braking assist. Most vehicles just have the front braking assist on their vehicles. That also comes with the upgraded driver information display, just to add that into that. You get the lane departure warning, or the lane keep assist as they call it. And you have the adaptive cruise control, which is really nice. I feel that's actually needed in almost every vehicle. So if you're definitely getting the vehicle, you should definitely get the eyesight package. So for the premium trim, in addition to the basic that you get with the 2.0 that I mentioned initially, the eyesight safety package now adds blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alerts, and you also receive pretty much the cornering fog lights for improved visibility on pretty much nights that you're driving. So that's really nice on that. And now moving on to the sports package, you get the same exact stuff you get on the premium, while on the limited trim it adds adaptive LED lamps, which is pretty much the extra you get with that. So as you go up in the trims, the eyesight package adds even more stuff, which kind of incentivizes you to go for an higher trim of the vehicle. So now basically, the price of all the trims are pretty much shown or displayed right above now. So yeah, now let's go into the drive. Let's feel how it is. And from my driving experience with this, both daytime and nighttime, it's really kind of like it's quite responsive. Now it's not as responsive as I would have loved it to be, but the acceleration is pretty okay. At least it's above par or it's above the subpar level, so it actually does work and it's pretty much okay to drive. I won't call it exciting, but it's okay. The handling is actually great, so I'll actually give it to them. The handling is really great on the Subarus or the Imprezas, probably also thanks to the fact that it's an all-wheel drive, so definitely the handling is actually really stable and nice. I actually love that about it. The road noise, probably because I'm trying the basic edition or the basic trim, the road noise is actually quite high, but then it's the basic trim, so that's technically meant to be expected. As you go higher in the trims, you get noise cancelling or noise reducing windshield, noise reducing this, noise reducing that, so that actually helps to reduce the road noise and whatnot. And with bigger wheels, you also get less road noise from the bigger tires that you get, so all of those actually play into the road noise, so I wouldn't really give them a downside or a thumbs down for that. And on the rear, I forgot to mention, all of them come with a single exhaust system, so there's double exhaust because it's all pretty much a 2.0 liter engine, so they all come with a basic single exhaust. Now going back into the final recommendation, would I buy this vehicle? I'll probably say a yes. Consider prices above, and which trim would I go for? So in terms of the trim, I would say I will put an X on the basic trim level, and that is because there's just so much that could be better and could be added on to make it just a much more comfortable, a much more to give you a much better experience for just a little extra, like $2,000, $3,000 max that you'd add on to is to get the premium edition. So as a result, the trade-off for adding $2,000 or $3,000 to get the premium edition or the premium trim with all that comes with the premium trim, I feel it's a worthy upgrade. So I would definitely go for the premium trim for a basic starter. And if you want to go all out, you could go for the luxury edition and get all the perks and all the spoilers with it if you want to. But my recommendation, the premium is actually a vehicle that would actually go for premium hatchback. Looks great, drives great, works great, has all the little extra bells and whistles. And definitely you should add the eyesight safety package. Definitely that's a most recommended to be added onto the package. It really makes your driving much more convenient. It just makes the vehicle perform a lot better. So that's my review. If you guys want to see this videos like this, definitely hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me which cars you guys love to review next. So yeah, see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching. This is Tech on Time Lapse. My name is Say Journey, and see you guys on the next one.